how to 3-star using one of the best strategies in the game currently at Town Hall 17. So yes, it is Super Witch Fireball attack strategy. It's still somewhat of an OG strategy, but it's still around for a reason. And here is the army we're going to be using. And yes, pretty simple setup here. And also I'm going to leave a copy link for this in the description if you would like to copy that. You could use probably some other equipment combos to have some fun. Now let's get into the attack. So basically, first thing I want to do is start out with the Warden walk, and generally I want to take down as many buildings with the Warden walk so I don't have to use invis spells, and I can save those for something else. But a lot of times, yeah, that's just what I'm aiming to do here. I'm going to take out a few of these buildings, and it is convenient to be able to set it up pretty soon, since with the invis spells you got to use them anyways, and it just helps you get that much sooner into the Super Witch attacks. And time fails can be a problem with Super Witch attacks, so it's always in your best interest. And it's not crazy value, even though we did get on the Town Hall with the Fireball. It's not that valuable because we didn't take it out, but we can set up a funnel here, and hopefully the Warden can step forward and we can take it out himself. And so that's going to set up that chunk of the base is all gone, so that sets up a good funnel. Now we're going to start it in with the Super Witches before we waste any more time. We're basically going to use the rest of the troops, the Ice Golem, the Apprentice Warden, a couple loons, and the King. We're not going to use our Queen yet. We're going to use our Queen over here to the far left side with the Siege Barracks, and we're instantly going to pop her Giant Arrow ability. You should probably aim to get some value with that Giant Arrow ability. It's going to really help set the funnel faster, but I didn't really aim too well. So anyways, basically the Queen and the Siege Barracks is to go on that left flank just to make sure the rest of our troops go in the base here like they are going, and we have the King's Spiky Ball ability that can open up a lot of the base, and he loses HP too fast, and so we want to use that before we use the jump spell. We want to have a pathway going through the base, and as you can see with that initial funnel, it's kind of ended up going into an L shape, which is great because we have great funneling on both sides. So the next big thing is to use our RC, our World Champion, and use her Rocket Spear ability. In this case, I'm just going to deploy her to go in kind of the side flank even more. And just looks like she's not taking too much damage. So we just want to make sure we can pop that Rocket Spear before she gets too close to getting too much damage and just dies before she can use her ability. And a lot of times it's useful to, since the Super Witches can't really get to the back end sometimes, to save her to the end of the attack and just snipe off some of the biggest defenses with her ability before she runs forward and gets killed. And that can also be great funneling. If you want to funnel some area of the base really quick, you can use the Rocket Spear ability just to kind of help push the Super Witches back on track. And this base kind of turned into an L shape, so that's what I meant by the L shape. So it's all about the funnel with Super Witch attacks in general. Like usual, the first thing is going to be to set up the Warden walk and then the Fireball. So I'm going to start down here on the left side with the Warden walk. 5 healers, the loon just to test for any seeking air mines, and I'm just going to let him do his work here. Just maybe take out a couple of defenses, and then we'll try to worry about the Fireball. I think I want to try to get that Inferno Tower there in the center of the base as the target for the Fireball. So we took out a couple defenses. I think I'm just going to use 3 invis spells, invis these buildings, and the next closest defense should be that Inferno Tower. So I'm going to pop his ability, drop both our Quake spells onto that. So now that we see that it is the target. So now I'm going to deploy the Super Witches to the right flank of the Warden walk, not too far away from him, so that he can see them and he doesn't get pulled away by himself. And now I'm just going to deploy the Apprentice Warden, the Ice Golem, the King, and then I'll quickly come down to this right flank, deploy the Queen to already start funneling off that flank. With the help of the Siege Barracks, we're going to break a wall open there too, so that we can let them into the base. Now I'm just going to use remaining wall breakers, trying to get the main pack of troops into the base as much as possible. So now there's not too much to do, there's not too much damage on our troops. So I'm going to come up here to the top side, deploy the World Champion, and then drop a Rage Spell on her and instantly pop that Rocket Spear ability. And that Rage Spell is going to allow the Rocket Spear ability to get that much more value and that much faster. And my goal up there with the pointer up there is just to help the pathing for the troops to go through the center of the base into the backside monolith. And it looks like they're crushing this middle of the base just fine. So I'm just going to use final Rage Spell on them just to help power through this backside, and not too aggressive because I want those healers to get in the Rage Spells too. We're going to use a Freeze Spell to freeze up that monolith, one of the biggest threats to Super Witch attacks because of all the HP, and That's the thing with monolith. Anyways, looks like we're just gonna end up being able to power through this whole base with most of our troops alive still. So I think the pathing is what really set this attack apart, because it's a ring base, and one of the biggest problems with ring bases is it'd be hard to get the troops not to just walk around the base.